I will never forget the day my grandmother called, weeping on the other end of the phone. The words she spoke seemed to come through the phone with great force and struck my heart. My friend Tolly was shot 7 times in the back trying to protect his girlfriend from her deranged ex. Tolly was survived by his 5-year-old daughter and his 3-year-old son. Hi, my name is Nate, and I will be talking to you about gun violence, sensible gun laws, and the Second Amendment. According to Bloomberg.com, the number of gun related deaths in the U.S. in 2012 was approximately 30,000. 85 Americans are shot daily, and one of those 85 killed is 14 or younger. Tune into any local news from any city or state in the U.S., and you will see another American shot and killed by a gun. This is a serious issue in our country, and the numbers are staggering. American deaths are on pace to exceed traffic fatalities by 2015, according to Bloomberg.com. Contrary to many people's beliefs, mass shootings are not that rare. Since 1982, there have been at least 61 mass murders carried out with firearms across our country, according to the Washington Post. Many gun advocates will argue that gun violence is a demographic issue and is only prevalent in urban areas. According to the Washington Post, the South is the most violent gun region in the U.S. and has the most relaxed gun laws in our country. Statistics show that sensible gun laws actually work. The 5 most deadliest gun states in the U.S. are Mississippi, Arizona, Alaska, Arkansas, and Louisiana. All of these states have one thing in common: permissive gun laws. A study commissioned by Mayors Against Illegal Guns concluded that the states with lax gun laws are responsible for guns used in crimes across state lines at a higher rate than states with strict laws. So it only makes sense to make it harder to attain firearms. Gun laws are an important component in reducing criminal access to firearms. So if we know that gun laws help reduce gun deaths, why is there such uproar to oppose President Obama's push for sensible gun laws? Many gun advocates believe that the president is violating their Second Amendment rights. The Second Amendment states a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. It doesn't mention the type of weapon, only the right to bear arms. It doesn't state the right of the people to keep and bear assault rifles should not be infringed. Gun advocates often overlook the first part of the Second Amendment, a well-regulated militia. Sensible gun laws are a form of regulation and don't infringe the right to bear arms. Supreme Court Justice Scalia stated, when the Founding Fathers wrote the Second Amendment, people were already prohibited from carrying weapons that were deemed frightening, which would cover assault rifles. In 2012, the Supreme Court issued the Heller decision, which declared the rights of citizens to own and possess handguns, but also confirmed the government has the right under the Second Amendment to regulate the sale of guns and rifles. President Obama is not the only U.S. president to push for stricter gun regulations. In the 1960s, after the assassination of President Kennedy and Martin Luther King Jr., President Johnson signed the Gun Control Act of 1968. In 1985, President Reagan signed the Law Enforcement Officers Protection Act, making it illegal for anyone to make or import armor-piercing ammunition, which were also called cop killers. In 1994, President Clinton signed the Violent Crime Control and Law Enforcement Act, banning assault weapons and high-capacity magazines. That act expired under President Bush in 2004, and President Obama wants to reinstate it. None of these laws were considered a violation of the Second Amendment, and the U.S. Supreme Court has never found a gun law to violate the Second Amendment. Now that you know about gun violence, gun laws, and the Second Amendment, let's recap. We talked about gun violence in the U.S. and how it's on the rise, sensible gun laws and how they are important in reducing criminal access to firearms, and how gun control measures are not a violation of your Second Amendment rights. Every time I get into a debate concerning gun laws, people always come back with the same argument. Crime will still occur no matter what. So do we continue to let our children die because we believe nothing would change, or do we try to save lives? What if minorities and women stop fighting for their rights because they were told nothing would change? We will have a different America today. Things will be a lot different. And I may not have this opportunity to give this speech.